Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
And on the line, the phone line that is, we have Drew Gaffney with Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock. Let's find out if Drew is staying home today and see if he's snowed in. Drew, are you staying home today?
No, absolutely not.
No way, huh?
No, busy day. I won't take up too much of your time. I know you guys got a lot to report on. But what I do want to talk about is we have no sale in Broken Bow Livestock this week due to the holiday week. But we got two big days in Burwell this week. We got a weigh-up sale on Thursday, and then it's our big holiday cow classic sale, which is going to be on Friday. And we're looking at 5,500 head of bred heifers and bred cows on that sale. Going to start right at 9 a.m. on that sale Friday. We've got a lot of the cows already in the yards. Got a lot of cows going to be on the way. Going to be a big, big sale. Lots of dispersions. We're going to start that sale, like I said, at 9 o'clock a.m. with the dispersions. After the dispersions, we'll be right into 2,000 head of those bred heifers. And then after that, we'll be on to the balance of the cows. And we've got a lot of reputation heifers on this sale. Got great sets of reputation dispersion cows, complete dispersions on those sales. Got a lot of good bred cows on those sales. We're planning on having the sales, both sales, the weigh-up sale on Thursday and the regular cow and heifer sale on Friday as scheduled. I encourage you to go to the website and check out all the cattle on there. Check out any of the videos, any of the heifers. Got any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to the field reps or myself, and sure get you set up. Get you set up on DV Auction or Cow USA as well. If you got any questions, give me a call, 872-1105.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. Yeah, busy days, short week, but lots of things coming up. Drive safe wherever you go.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. 7:33 is your time, and you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Tuesday because we are going into a short week, going into another holiday weekend, and it messes everybody up. But it's a nice mess to be in, I guess, as far as getting some time off for everybody, spending time with their families. And, Jeremy, I hope you were able to do that with your family, and everybody's getting home safe. I know some of our families thinking about heading back to their homes sometime today, depending on what the road reports are. So
yeah, our timing was a little weird. We actually, aside from giving our 1.5-year-old a present just to, give her one to open, we haven't done any Christmas festivities yet. Our plan was to do that today, but the weather kind of threw a wrench in that. So we're hoping that family that was traveling this direction, maybe later on today, when they're saying that this storm is going to taper off a little bit, maybe the winds will calm down. Hopefully they can make it in and we can have a Christmas later. But yeah. I think that's kind of par for the course for a lot of people. Everyone kind of tries to do it at a different time. Yeah.
Well, some people will be having their Christmas even this coming weekend. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of different celebrations going on. We just hope that you'll consider carefully before you travel, kind of watch the road reports. 511, of course, is a great place to go online. And you can also, just listen to the radio. We'll give you the reports we have. Mostly what we have right now this morning is changes due to the weather. And we'll get to those in a moment. We've been catching up on those this morning. And a lot of late starts. We haven't had too much not happening. So we'll get to that next. Let's do the official report here. I think Jeremy has it right there on his phone.
I have the 511 app open at the moment. Okay. And in our immediate listening area, most of the roads listed as partially covered. You get a little bit further out on the edges of our listening area and, around the St. Paul, Ord, Burwell, Taylor to Dunning area, those roads are considered completely covered in those areas. And then if you go south of Oconto on Highway 21 between Oconto and Lexington, that's kind of the closest location to us at this moment that is considered completely covered. Besides that, everything kind of called partially covered. And, I know they have to put these terms on here and put this legend and guide on here, but partially covered can mean anything from, 2 foot tall drifts and everything else is clear, or it can mean, just a slight glazing of snow over part of the road. So you can really only learn so much. Getting an eye on it for yourself out that front window might just be the best way sometimes. And look at those traffic cameras, and I always find the snowplow cameras to be interesting as well. You kind of get a look at those straight from the windshield. But we'll head over here. Let me hit refresh here on the closings and cancellations page. And if you go over to our website on the closings page, any of the new ones that we have received within 15 minutes, those are highlighted in yellow, just so you know. Very first one we received yesterday early afternoon was for BD Broken Bow. Closed today. They'll reopen and start maintenance at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster, late start, 10 a.m. today. Broken Bow Food Pantry closed for today. Bruning Bank Broken Bow opening at 10 a.m., as is the Callaway Medical Clinic and Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow. City of Cozad opening, city offices opening at 10 a.m. today. Custer Federal State Bank opening at 10. Dawson County Courthouse in Lexington, 10 a.m. start today. First Interstate Bank in Callaway also opening at 10 a.m. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Nebraska State Bank in Broken Bow, 10 a.m. start. The Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna branches will all open at 10 a.m. as a part of that late start. And Prairie Eye Care in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 a.m. today. That's all that we have received at this moment. Let me hit refresh one more time. Yeah, that's what we have up to date at this moment.
All right. We'll thank our sponsors.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
Also should note that the Prairie Pioneer Center was scheduled to be closed today, so they are not closing due to the weather. They had a planned closing at the Prairie Pioneer Center today, so they'll get going tomorrow with sausage and gravy over biscuits and mixed veggies and fruit. And tomorrow, if you'd like to have a meal, call them before 9 a.m. at 872-6121. But they are closed for the holiday, actually, today, and open back up tomorrow at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Schools, of course, all taking this week off, so there won't be any school lunch menus to talk about here this morning. So we'll play the game here in a moment. We have a couple of certificates to Juanitos that we want to give away to somebody so they can go down and enjoy that wonderful Mexican cuisine they have there, along with the wonderful ice creams they have. So we've got questions ready to go for that, and we'll continue to bring you postponements and changes and closings due to the weather. As Jeremy mentioned, the storm seems to be winding down a little bit quicker than what they were thinking. I think by 6 o'clock tonight, I think they're going to think things are settled down here. It's going to vary a little bit in other parts of the state. Originally, they had us set to be under a blizzard warning till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we've got an improvement there. And as Jeremy mentioned, if the short drive out here is any indication of what you're going to run into, anything sheltered, you're going to run into quite a bit of snow socked in on these roads. Out on the highways where the wind can reach them, it's actually blown some of that snow off. So you're going to be going from snow to asphalt. And they are talking about the chance of a little mix of moisture today. So if you are going to travel, you want to be ready for that, and know that you could hit a slick spot even on the black surface, not only on the snow. So
yeah, and I kind of discovered one of those slick spots this morning hopping out of the Jeep when I got here this morning. When you scoop that snow away, some of that first stuff that hit the ground maybe had a chance to melt a little bit and now is turned into ice. So be careful out there. It was a little bit slick under that snow. But as Dave was saying, the blizzard warning for Custer County and much to the north, west, and south of us, that has been changed to be in effect until just 6 p.m. this evening rather than 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. at that time, at 6 p.m. this evening, that will transition to a winter weather advisory. Now, further to the west of us, out in Hooker County and out there by Ogallala and Oshkosh, they'll still be in a blizzard warning. Kind of seems that they got maybe a little bit more of a thumping from this weather than we did. So they'll still be in a blizzard warning. But our listening area to the east has already transitioned to a winter weather advisory. Custer County and our immediate listening area will just make that transition at 6 p.m. this evening, kind of when things die down. It right now doesn't look like any more snow is falling at the moment. It's just kind of blowing at a pretty good clip.
Yeah, and we picked up some moisture, actually some nice moisture ahead of the snow. I think you measured 44 hundredths from rain, and we had 14 hundredths in the snow we melted down this morning. I think you had another 6 that you melted down, so that's 20 hundredths from the snowfall. Put all that together, and we're at 65 hundredths for the month, and it wasn't only just a day or so ago. We were still repeating the 1/100th of an inch for the month of December. So we expected it, and it has brought us the snow and moisture, but we had that nice moisture ahead of the snow. So that's all good news, kind of wet things down a little bit. One of the things I think that you always have to make those decisions, and you were talking earlier about, if you're traveling and you're traveling by yourself, that's one thing. If you're traveling with children, that's a whole nother consideration, because you don't want to, for one thing, you don't know what's going to happen with the other guy in the other lane. That's one of the things you have to remember, that, you might be able to get along and drive just fine out on the highway and around, but there might be somebody else who runs into trouble and loses control. So that's always something you want to think about with the kids. But it is easier in the daytime to travel than certainly when you have blowing snow and darkness at the same time. So it's always debatable. I did some measuring this morning around the neighborhood, because I can usually find a spot where I can measure easier in town than I can out here, because we never have snow sit still here. It's always in a pile somewhere here. I measured somewhere either side of 5 inches in the driveway at home. Drew thought maybe they were like 6 or 7 inches. Really hard to tell when you have this much wind, and as long as the wind's been blowing, the snow around, it's hard to really measure it up. But we did get that moisture amount out of the snowfall, and I'm estimating, 5-6 inches of snow, 4 to 6, let's say, kind of what they originally talked about. And then they started ramping up the forecast. Kind of weird how we got this forecast this time around. It's kind of like, we might get some rain on the weekend, and, a couple inches maybe. And
it was only like 3 days before Christmas. We were like, we might not have a white Christmas. And then all of a sudden it just, bam, everyone started talking about it more. And it went from about a 2 to 4 inch estimation all the way up to, I think they said, between a foot to 18 inches at one point. But that quickly tapered off and went away. So you really don't know until the snow's on the ground.
Yeah, I'm thinking when I walked out this morning, because I backed the car in, because I thought if, you can always get a better run if you're not backing up. So I backed the car in last night. And I was pleasantly surprised when I walked out, because the visions I had was that 22 inches we had last year.
Yeah,
And you weren't going anywhere with 22 inches, or 18 for that matter. So keep our fingers crossed. I think we might have dodged a blizzard bullet here as far as a real nasty one goes. And we'll be doing some scooping and so forth. But boy, 20 inches, 18 or in that area, it's a lot of work to get dug out. And this won't be quite so bad.
No, it'll be all right.
All right, let's play the game.
You want to give both of these away to one winner?
Let's do it, yeah.
Ooh, okay. A good prize for listening the day after Christmas, because we've got 2 $15 gift certificates to Juanito's Mexican Food in downtown Broken Bow. Now, the expiration on these says 2024. I don't know if that means at the end of 2024 or you need to get in there before we hit the new year. Either way, I mean, it's $30 of Mexican food. Get in there and use these, and we'll give these to the person who answers this question correctly. The Night Before Christmas was published 200 years ago on December 17th, 1823. We're still asking questions about that classic poem. Here's your question. After hearing a clatter, I ran to the window. What did I do first? A, tore open the shutters. B, pulled open the curtains. C, unlatched the latch. Or D, turned on the lights. We're looking for the part in the poem where they say, I ran to the window. What was done first? Tearing open the shutters, pulling open the curtains, unlatching the latch, or turning on the lights. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas from Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow. Save right now on our family shank ham portions, $1.69 a pound. Frozen grade A turkey breast is $1.89 a pound. Frito-Lay chips or kettle chips are 2 for $5. And start your morning right with Simply Juice, 2 for $6. For your baking, 4-pound bags of our family sugar are $3.49 and 5-pound bags of flour are $2.49. Nestle morsels are 2 for $5. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street, Broken Bow. These deals good through Tuesday the 26th.
And we have Alan on the line. Good morning to Alan. Belated Merry Christmas to you. Haven't heard from you for a while. I hope everything's well. You ready to win a prize?
Yeah.
All right, here's your question.
All right, Alan, after hearing a clatter, I ran to the window. What did I do first in the night before Christmas? Was it tear open the shutters, pulled open the curtains, unlatched the latch, or turned on the lights?
Open the shutters.
Yes, open the shutters. That's right. All right, Alan, we've got these two $15 gift certificates to Juanito's Mexican food out here at our station. Now, whenever you can make it in safely to grab those up and go and have some delicious food, come out and see us.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Yep.
All right, 7:48, right on cue. Logan is here from Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Logan, did you have a good holiday?
I did. The week before Christmas was kind of iffy. I was out all week sick, so that was not fun.
Oh, you get the flu bug or?
I got the Rona.
Rona?
The vid.
The
COVID.
Oh, COVID. Oh.
Yeah.
Dave's not up on the terminology.
Rona, I guess I thought maybe, it's a new one. I hadn't, okay. You got the COVID, huh?
I did. Made it through, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah. Well, nobody wants to get sick with anything, but that's one we all like to avoid, right?
Yeah. Yep.
At least you were in the clear for the holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, I started feeling good. Went to the doctor on like Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was, and got some medicine, so.
Good deal.
So here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Here you are. Brought a storm with you, too, didn't you?
I know. It was a little bit hairy getting here on Highway 70 this morning.
Yeah.
It was kind of.
Is it drifted or?
Just really, really slick.
Okay.
Like just ice.
So we had that mix they were talking about. All right. It's good to know.
There's a few spots where it was blowing over the road, but for the most part, it was just a sheet of ice. So it was pretty slick.
All right, folks, if you're listening, that's an indication of what you might run into out there.
Yeah. It was, I think I had 40 miles an hour maybe.
Oh, boy.
The whole way in. So,
Slow speeds will combat it.
Yep. So travel is not recommended.
There you go. And if you have to, go slow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
But we are open today.
You're open. I imagine you'll be moving some ice melt today.
I was going to say, first and foremost, ice melt is going to be your best friend on a day like today.
Yeah. Jeremy mentioned earlier, if you scoop the snow that is on the cement, there's moisture under it, and then it's going to freeze.
It freezes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
unless you put ice melt on it.
Then it doesn't.
Then it doesn't.
And you're well supplied.
We are.
Okay.
We've got shaker jugs, so the easy to handle, fill it and forget about it type of jug, and 50-pound bags. So what I would suggest is getting a shaker jug and a 50-pound bag. So then when your shaker jug is empty, you can just refill it out of the bag.
Fill it up and keep going.
And just,
Because Because the shakers are nice as far as spreading it around.
They're a lot easier than an old Folgers can or a coffee cup or, or
kind
your
of spread it
hand.
a lot more evenly.
Yeah.
I've tried the coffee can thing, and it's just, I mean, if you want 1 square foot area very melted,
Yep.
that's a good way to go about it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
It's the ice around it that's the problem.
Yep. Yes, trying to spread it by hand can be a little iffy. It's like, oh, this spot is completely clear and this spot is solid ice still.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. 50 pounds with the shaker, and then you can use the container for a long, long time.
Exactly.
All right, you guys are stocked up for that. I know a lot of people come in and did some Christmas shopping for gloves and flashlights and all sorts of things that you guys offer, the cookers and all of the processing equipment. But you still have some left, I'm guessing, that
we do.
Maybe somebody's going to have a Christmas this weekend and haven't got it done yet.
Nope. And if you want a little bit higher ticket items, there's always seed.
Yes.
And there's prepay and early order discounts going on. We all know the cattle market's pretty darn strong right now. Listening to Drew talk.
Yeah, it's good.
So maybe you need a little bit of prepay this year to make those books balance a little bit better. Might as well, put some money towards seed that you're going to need next year and save a little bit of that money while you're at it.
It's that time of year to start already thinking about springtime when you get to January. Those plans are being made, and why not? Like you said, you might want to balance those books slightly. And
Yep. So, there's no better time to, start preparing for the growing season than when it's 40 below and snowy.
yeah.
That's the best time to do it.
You can, I guess if you still use a calculator, you can, you
Yep.
can do that. Otherwise, you just look at your phone and do it that way.
Exactly. So we've got early order and prepaid discounts going on our alfalfa, as well as our summer annual forages. So it'd be like your millet and cane and sorghum sudan and stuff.
Okay.
So, and the prepaid discount on alfalfa, there's 3 different tiers, I guess. To get the most out of it, you'd prepay it, I think, by the 10th of January, and you can save up to 11%.
Wow,
So that's a chunk.
that's a big chunk.
That's a real big chunk.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then it goes on, there's every month the discount percentage gets less, and I think that runs until March.
Okay.
So January, February, and March.
All right.
So,
Okay. Well, when you get feeling better, I don't know. Maybe this isn't a very fair question because I don't think there's any safe ice out there yet. But are you thinking about ice fishing?
I was thinking about a lot of stuff last week when I wasn't at work.
Yeah, I bet.
It's like, man, it'd be fun to not be here right now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you've been in the house for a while. So
oh
probably
boy,
good to get out.
cabin fever is real.
It's kind of funny how we do that when we're sick, right? You kind of almost just start thinking, man, I really took being healthy for granted.
Yep.
You start like, man, when I felt great, I really just did not do everything I should have.
Exactly. Yep. But yes, I was thinking about ice fishing. Seeing my stuff gathering dust in my shop because there's not really any ice right now.
Now let's change that over to something else you sell. Have you smoked fish in your grills before?
Yeah, I have done smoked trout.
Trout. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It is super good.
Yeah.
Done salmon a couple times, so
Salmon's always good.
Yeah.
yeah, smoked trout. So when I catch trout, like stock trout at Ansley or Melham or whatever,
Right.
and you just cut the head off, so you still have the whole fish basically, skin, scale it, but have the skin on and everything. Stuff it with some rosemary, a little bit of lemon slices, lemon wedges, some other, a little bit of garlic maybe if you want to, and some butter.
Mm-hmm.
And then smoke it for a little while with either apple or cherry wood. Oh,
Pretty
super good.
Sounds delicious right now.
It's real good. It's real good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can absolutely use the smokers on fish.
Okay. And there's a little bit of hunting season left on some categories, I think, too, as far as the game side of it.
Yep. Yeah, deer season you have until the end of the year, which is approaching very fast.
Getting here quick.
So I'll probably eat my I'll probably smoke my archery deer tag on my grill because I won't have a deer to show for it. So
I think you're too selective. Over the years, I've decided that you're pretty picky about what you harvest out there.
Well, with my bow, yes. Yeah. With my rifle, if we would have seen very many deer, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Oh, really?
This year the deer numbers were a little bit down.
Yeah, heard that. So, well, the nice thing about your processing equipment is it doesn't have to be wild game.
Oh, no, absolutely not. So I just we got a half a beef, and I'm looking at it going, I don't have any deer to show for my hunting efforts this year, but I got all sorts of stuff that I could use meat-wise.
Yeah.
Ground up some hamburger or cut a roast up into strips and do some muscle jerky or summer sausage, a lot of options.
Yep. If you like poultry, you can go with the chicken or turkey.
And there's still plenty of season left for geese.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that I'll get out at least once.
Well, I hope you do now. Been homebound for a while. All right.
Yeah, that being sick wasn't fun, and it wasn't good for my theoretical shopping cart on a bunch of different outdoor websites.
There you go.
Ooh, man, this would be fun to have.
Yeah.
How much would this cost?
Oh, well, at least you got to dream, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, well, there's always next year.
Yeah.
And then next year will come, and I'll be like, there's always next year.
That's the way it works.
Yep.
So, speaking of next year, we're going to go into 2024, going into this weekend, first of next week. What are your hours going to be?
We'll have regular hours this weekend, so 8 to noon on Saturday. Okay. But then I believe we're closed New Year's Day, so that'd be Monday.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
back to it on Tuesday.
Yep. Right back at it on Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
So, and we are there. We are open today. If you don't have to travel, don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if you need some ice melt and you happen to be in town, stop by.
Yeah. Well, I think if, we're all watching I know there's relatives that are hunkered down in different places trying to decide if, they'll get out there and work on the roads. It'd probably be a good idea from what you said to wait a little while and let them salt those down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In-laws can hang out for another day.
All right.
Without having to get pushed out of the house too quick.
Yeah, there you go. Pushed into a snowdrift, literally.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we're going to my in-laws this weekend, this coming weekend for Christmas. So
yeah, I think a lot of times there's almost as much traveling on New Year's weekend as there is Christmas because you have lots of different families to go.
Exactly, and it's nice that it kind of falls on a weekend.
Yeah.
This year because it's definitely easier to travel that way.
It is. Mm-hmm. Well, Happy New Year to you and everybody at Arrow Seed.
Absolutely, you guys too.
All right. You know what caught me when you told me about the Rona is I thought you were leading into a joke.
Oh no, I'm kind of off my game right now.
I bet.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to.
That's how you know you are. Yeah,
just trying to get recovered.
Yeah,
so
you must not feel good.
Yeah, I'm gonna run into somebody in town today, and they're like, "God, Logan didn't start his day with a joke."
What's wrong with you?
I know. I'm trying to get all the sympathy shoppers. So just shh.
Good idea, Logan. Arrow Seed and Broken Bow, they're open for you today if you can get there safely. News is next.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. strikes back after an attack that injured 3 service members in northern Iraq. CBS's David Martin.
The president's national security advisor spent most of Christmas Day planning and executing the retaliation, which U.S. officials say likely killed a number of members of the Iranian-backed militias.
Ukraine says its military has damaged a Russian warship with an airstrike in Crimea. The BBC's James Waterhouse.
It is allowing Ukraine to function to an extent, but what it dearly wants to do is liberate Crimea. But I think we are still a long, long way off.
The Biden administration allows a ban on certain Apple Watch imports due to a patent infringement claim over its oxygen measuring system. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
While the U.S. Trade Representative declined to reverse the ban, Apple can appeal the decision. In the meantime, it has paused the sales of its Series 9 and Ultra 2 smartwatches in the U.S.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
In Nebraska news, Nebraska state officials urge drivers to be extra cautious on the snowy roads after semi-trucks veered sideways on Christmas Day, causing a backup and leading to the closure of I-80 yesterday afternoon. East I-80 was closed at York due to multiple jackknife semis at mile marker 358, according to the Nebraska State Patrol. A photo from the Nebraska Department of Transportation showed at least 2 semi-trucks jackknifed and blocking more than a dozen trucks behind them on the snowy roadway yesterday. TV station KLKN said winter weather had caused multiple accidents along I-80 on Christmas Day. State Patrol officials urged against driving in snowy conditions if it can be helped. The state's Transportation Department issued a black ice alert on X and recommended turning off cruise control, slowing down, and leaving extra space between vehicles if you must travel. Updates on road closures are posted on www.511.nebraska.gov.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Week 16 of the NFL wrapped up with a Christmas Day triple header. The Ravens in the nightcap beat the San Francisco 49ers on the road easily, 33-19 in a battle of the top 2 teams in each conference. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, a career-high 4 interceptions, while Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson had 2 touchdowns. Baltimore now 12-3, best record in the NFL. San Francisco falls to 11-4. Raiders beat the Chiefs in Kansas City 20-14 thanks to their defense. They had 2 defensive scores in a span of 7 seconds, a scoop and score fumble return, and then the very next offensive play for Kansas City, a pick-6 interception return for a score. Chiefs are now 9-6, the 3 seed in the AFC playoffs. Eagles hold off the Giants for a 33-25 home win. Philadelphia snapping a 3-game skid. Quarterback Jalen Hurts had 2 touchdowns, 1 passing and 1 rushing. Philadelphia's 11-4, tied with San Francisco and Detroit for the top record in the NFC, but the 49ers hold the tiebreaker right now.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A blizzard warning remains in effect. A winter weather advisory begins at 6 p.m. tonight. Cloudy skies expected today, with mixed precipitation likely changing to all snow. Highs level off around 29. North winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. 2 to 4 inches of snow today through tomorrow night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
There are over 10,000 reasons why steel is not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Find tools for the job site or your own backyard at over 10,000 authorized local steel dealers. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Don't let a cold, sinus infections, or allergies ruin your holidays. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
8:04, 28 degrees outside here at Broken Bow. Cloudy skies and snowing again. And it's snowing pretty good out there. And it's just a little bit of a different snow composition there, probably making those roads a little bit slick out there. As Logan was saying, Highway 70 was pretty slick. I just talked with Kristen. She came in from Berwyn on Highway 2 and just mentioned that you really just want to slow down because you're going to be driving on some packed snow and then on some asphalt. And so you're going to be going on different surfaces. So just slow it down if you have to be out there and take it easy. But we do have snow coming down currently here at the KCNI KBBN studios. Winds out of the north-northwest 15 to 20 right now. It could be worse that way, but it is blowing the snow sideways. Barometric pressures at 29.67 and rising. Humidity at 94%. High yesterday, 24. So we're actually warmer right now than we were all day yesterday. An overnight low of 20. Sunset today at 5:14. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 8:03. 1,400 precipitation measured as of 7 o'clock this morning. 6,500 for the month, and we're estimating 5 to 6 inches of snow. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, the way it's blowing around, we'll go with about whatever you say you've got out there. It's kind of hard to tell, but we did pick up some moisture, and Jeremy measured that 4,400ths of rain before we ever got the snow, so we're at that 6,500s now, which is kind of nice.
Snowfall totals are always one of those interesting debates, isn't it? You know, it's like, I don't know. You just kind of always wonder where measurements were taken, how they were taken, and, if you talk to somebody who's a trained weather spotter that's been trained on how to take snowfall totals, I can tell you that they're taking a much better measurement than a lot of us.
Well,
the old tape measure and the tallest drift doesn't really get you as far as it used to, and now they talk about these snowboards you're supposed to lay on the ground and then pick that up off the ground and take 3 measurements out of that location and average them and all that.
I've tried.
Jeez, you need to know trigonometry in order to get a snowfall total.
Then there's also a formula that they used to ask us to use, which would be, you estimate is the snow light moisture, medium moisture, or heavy moisture, and then you would melt it down, and there would be a formula that you could back figure that to the amount of snow you got. So if you had medium moisture, then you got like 1,500ths. That would mean X amount of snow. I quit using that a long time ago because, first of all, you have to determine, is it really wet? How wet is it?
I just imagine you standing out here in front of this station about 25 years ago, and you've just got this handful of snow in your hand. You go,
Yeah.
How wet is this snow?
It's pretty wet. I'm going to have to use that number 2 formula. Yeah. I guess maybe I shouldn't be that way, but I do try to make about 3 measurements in town before I come out here and just kind of take an educated guess. I figured about 5 inches in our driveway.
There's no snow out here at the station that's not blown sideways and out in a drift of some sort.
We just don't have much to measure unless you want to go over by where the cars are, where it's drifted pretty well. Anyway, please drive with care if you're out there today. If you have to go with care. Slow down and leave yourself plenty of space between vehicles. Actually, Summer has a nice article that she had on the air this morning, and I imagine that's on Sandhills Express as well, on how to maybe be careful out there and leave yourself plenty of room between vehicles. Don't hit the brakes suddenly. All the things we know how to do, we just need to be reminded of.
My number one thing is, 4-wheel drive vehicles slide on ice just as easily as any other vehicle.
You're right.
And they stop just the same as any other vehicle with anti-lock brakes. So, just don't get overconfident in your vehicle's abilities. Use that 4-wheel drive to get yourself through some tough situations, but when it comes down to it, you're going to slide just as far as the next vehicle, regardless of your tires or how high in the air you are or any of that. So just be careful out there.
Do you want the closing intro? You've got it up there. You want me to play it?
Oh, sure.
Okay, here we go.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us, info@sandhillsexpress.com.
Okay, taking a look at those closings and cancellations we've been made aware of. BD and Broken Bow closed today. They'll reopen and start their maintenance at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster will be open at 10 a.m. today. The Broken Bow Area Food Pantry closed today. Bruning Bank in Broken Bow opening at 10 a.m. today, as is the Callaway Medical Clinic and Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, both opening at 10 a.m. City of Cozad city offices will be opening at 10 a.m. today. Custer Federal State Bank in Broken Bow opening at 10 a.m. The Dawson County Courthouse will be opening at 10 today in Lexington. First Interstate Bank in Callaway will be opening at 10 a.m. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Nebraska State Bank in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna, all of those branches will be opening up at 10 a.m. And Prairie Eye Care in Broken Bow will be starting late today. They'll open at 10 a.m.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
On KCNI KBBN Radio.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow,
Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you. They're wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
All right, and I didn't push the right button. We wanted to thank our sponsors of the postponements and cancellations. Here they are.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body.
You bet. Thanks to those sponsors. They're always with us here on our winter coverage and storm coverage as well. We appreciate their help. Back to the tumbleweed. I know that we've stopped out there with our family over the weekend and noticed some other families that were out having something good to eat. Get out of the house and go have a breakfast. I think at our table, Jeremy, we had a couple of omelets, couple cheeseburgers. That's a cool thing about tumbleweeds. You can sit down and have breakfast, and the person across the table from you can be having a tumbleweed meal or whatever. So very, very good. And don't forget those breakfast sandwiches are delicious. I really enjoyed the one they brought in the other day. It was
they got
that great
I had a
bacon on it.
burrito.
Did you?
I had a burrito. That was really good. And those are available in the mornings to start your day, or you can swing through there for lunch, the late morning and early afternoon hours. They've got it's just like going through any other drive-through. Swing through and get yourself a delicious burger and some fries. Or in the evenings, you can swing through and get one of those take and bake casseroles, take it home, throw it in the oven, and feel like a pro.
Yeah.
And you can get Carmen's food in your own oven at home.
Yeah.
You're doing something right. And it's going to be better, at least in my case, it's going to be better than any food I'd put in my own oven. So
Same here. No doubt about it. Good morning to Denise. She's dropping a hello to us. Says, good morning, be safe. And I think Denise lives out in Colorado. So thanks, Denise, for dropping your hello by us here. We always enjoy hearing from you and any others that want to send in messages to us on the breakfast show. A few changes to the show today, which is no surprise. Some of our guests that we normally would have are not coming in, maybe because of travel or because they're still, I know one of them texted us or sent us an email actually earlier and said, I'm not home yet. So, we've got some of that going on. So it's going to be a little bit different show today. Not as many guests as originally planned. That's no surprise, but we've got music lined up for you here and there, like this from the North Mississippi All-Stars.
Continuing to see you and serve you in 2024. They wish you health and happiness in the new year. And when you're not healthy, go see them to get back to feeling yourself again. With the help of Quality Health Mart products, it won't take long. Remember, Barney Health Mart is closed Saturday the 30th. Happy New Year from Barney Health Mart Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
All right, we heard from Gregory. Hello from Northeast Custer County. Didn't they make a movie about this? ? Bing Crosby and others. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for the note. Appreciate that. Got a couple of things we're going to pass along to you right now. I've got some information about Nebraska Land Hearing Center. We talk about Roxanne a lot because she wants you to use her services that she's making available right here in Custer County, Broken Bow, Nebraska, located in the Chamber Building on the east side of the square. And she'd love to have you make an appointment. Call 308-384-3852. There is no cost to have your hearing checked, by the way. So you can get started with a free hearing analysis and go from there. And that is a pretty good deal, free. And then if you find that you have a loss of hearing, and you probably kind of have a hunch maybe that you do, then kind of get ready to make a purchase. And know that after you make the purchase with Roxanne, you get the custom fitting and then the follow-up. For as long as you use those hearing aids, you can come in and have them adjusted, maybe get some new tips and that sort of thing, and she'll take care of you. That comes with the cost of the hearing aids. So, yeah, you can probably buy some hearing aids for less money somewhere, but you're not going to have anybody to help you make them fit properly. If your ears get sore using them, they're not going to do you a lot of good, for instance. And rechargeable batteries and so forth, she can get you on the right track there. Also, she has custom hearing protectors that are personally fit by Roxanne to assure that you're not damaging your precious hearing. Great for hunters and shooters, hobbyists, or if you work in a very noisy environment, she can help you out there as well. Great gift idea if you're still thinking about something before you gather this weekend for somebody that's a hunter or a hobbyist of some sort. Again, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, and the name of the business is right on the front window, Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne at 308-384-3852. All right, Jeremy, you want to go through some grocery cart specials?
Yeah, I can do that. These specials are good all the way through January 1st, so do keep that in mind. I know that once friends and family are coming through for Christmas, sometimes your cabinets kind of get raided a little bit, and you end up doing a lot of snacking. So if you need to restock, there's lots of great deals going on at the grocery cart in Broken Bow right now. Kraft mayonnaise, either in the squeeze bottle or the jar, $4.48. Kraft Miracle Whip, $4.98. Gold Medal flour, 5-pound packages, $2.98 each. Kraft marshmallows or the Jet Puff cream, 4 for $5. Cool Whip dessert topping, 2 for $4. Cans of Best Choice vegetables, 88 cents each. Maybe you need to restock on butter. Best Choice butter pounds are $3.25. Oscar Mayer deli shaved lunch meat, getting back to work. Those are good to have on hand for lunch, $3.98. Crystal Farms chunk cheeses, 2 for $4, as are Best Choice crescent rolls, also 2 for $4. Simply orange juice, 2 for $7 to start your day. And margarine sticks from Blue Bonnet, 2 for $3. Ready Whip topping, 2 for $5. And Kemp's French onion or ranch dip, good to have as a quick snack or side for your lunches, $2.25 for those. Frito-Lay Doritos or Tostitos bags are $3.98, and Frito-Lay chips are 2 for $5. And if you really need to do some snacking, Nabisco Chips Ahoy cookies, Ritz, or snack crackers are 2 for $6. Kraft salad dressings are 2 for $5. If you're into salsa, paste picante, or salsa $2.98, and Rotel tomatoes are 4 for $5. Super Bowl's right around the corner. You could get yourself some Velveeta and some of that Rotel. Make yourself some of that delicious crock pot dip. Planters dry roasted or cocktail peanuts, 2 for $5. Best choice apple juice or ciders, $2.38. Lots of bonus reward items as well, where you can earn points towards the gas or extra discounts at the grocery store just for shopping. Reese's Coleslaw 15-ounce tubs earn 350 points when you buy those at $3.48. Best choice cooked shrimp rings, $6.98, earns 700 points. Might need to replenish that coffee after having family in town. Folgers Coffee Blend, $6.98, earns 700 points with those purchases. And if you're still feeling some eggnog, if you're having Christmas after the holiday, Heinlein Dairy Eggnog, 400 points when you buy those at $3.48. Don't forget Senior Day every Thursday and free home deliveries at the Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Coming up later on this hour, Mark Stock will be visiting with you. I'm sure he's looking forward to the new year and all the things that are coming up, so we'll find out more about that from Mark. We're also going to be having a phone conversation with Off-Broadway in the 9 o'clock hour this morning. Plus, we have more items of interest that we'd like to bring your way here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. watch and be careful with. I wonder how many people spilt something on their Christmas garment over the weekend. Maybe some cranberry sauce, or maybe the cheese ball got away from you and you ended up with some cheese on your shirt.
Yep, cocktail sauce. That's always notorious off the shrimp ring.
That's the worst kind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have some things that need cleaned in that way that take a little extra care, the cleaning shack's right here in Broken Bow to help you with your dry cleaning. They're located inside the quilting shack on East Highway 2. Now, this is how it works. The drop-off deadline is on Wednesdays by 11:30. So tomorrow you can drop your garments off and have them back the following Wednesday by 4 p.m. So keep that in mind. If you need some cleaning done after the holidays, that's the place to go, the Cleaning Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. And then, of course, the Quilting Shack has all kinds of material and sewing notions that you might want to take in now that we're going to get right into the heart of winter. Maybe some projects like that, craft kits for the kids, great for snowy winter days. And you can shop at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, East Highway 2. The hours are Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Saturdays, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m., East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Quilting, crocheting, all stuff that just looks like it'd be so cool to get into, but man, I don't know if I could do it. I walked past somebody crocheting the other day, and I swear there was smoke coming off her fingers. She was moving so fast.
They can go, that's for sure.
It was wild.
Yeah. My mom makes lots of hats and mittens and things like that and donates them to good causes. A lot of the churches will kind of store them up and make sure they get to places that where kids need that sort of thing, and adults as well.
I made a pot holder one time. It's kind of my claim to fame.
We made a lot of pot holders when we were kids because we got the
little kit, the little weave kit. Yeah.
We even sold pot holders. We got into the commerce side of it. But I think a lot of kids probably did. That's pretty cool, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know where that pot holder is these days. I doubt it's holding a pot. It might not have been the best built pot holder in the world, but it did okay.
A little loose, maybe.
Yeah, a little loose. Yeah, really a couple of different weaves missed along the way.
Well, it was the thought that counted, that you wanted to learn how to do it. We were talking about that here the other day about making pot holders when we were kids. So
yeah,
you can go out to the Quilting Shack and learn how to do lots of different things.
There you go. They got kits for those sorts of things too. It got instructions in it and crafts for the kids and things. When you're kind of cooped up because of the winter and the cold, lots of great things for the kids too. Speaking of the cold, one thing that really kind of makes us realize when our home is not insulated very well is when we get weather like this. And you can take the winter chill out with the help of your friends at Ansley Lumber and Supply. You buy the insulation and you can borrow their enclosed trailer. This is a blown-in insulation machine. You basically use it. The trailer comes with everything you need in order to blow in the insulation. Just talk to Ansley Lumber about their blow-in insulation. They'll kind of show you how to use the machine. It's ultra quiet, easy to use, and then you get the machine you need to put the blow-in insulation in for free when you buy the insulation. They're on Main Street in Ansley. Number is 935-1815. Ansley Lumber and Supply, just one of the many different offerings that they have for you. Just tell me the amount of places where you can go and buy insulation and then get the machinery you need to put it in your home for free. There's not many of them around in the country, and there's an option for you right here in Custer County.
Great time to plan, too, because Heidi and Brian are really good about sitting down if you may be thinking about doing something this spring, maybe putting some new buildings on the farm or ranch. They got the pole buildings that you can set up. They're pretty economical and sturdy, and they can help you with that, or going to remodel a kitchen or add on to the house or build a new one. They've got all the software and everything, that nice place, that space that they set up just for sitting down and working with the customers. They'd love to do that for you.
Yep.
At Ansley, Nebraska. All right, Mark Stock is up next, and then maybe we'll ask Jeremy to go through those closings and changes again following this presentation with Mark Stock.
Well, folks, I sure hope everybody enjoyed the holiday season and a Merry Christmas. Enjoyed the white Christmas. Hope you all did too. Hopefully the snow didn't bog you down too much from your travels on Christmas Day. But folks, this week, Big Iron will be conducting the last week of auctions for 2023. And over 4,000 items will sell between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. So if you're looking for quality equipment, if you need to invest in some machinery here by year end for tax purposes, please dial up bigiron.com. In fact, tomorrow's sale, over 2,400 items start to sell at 9 a.m. in the morning. And then again on Thursday, 1,900 items will sell here on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. And then we've got an implement dealership in Illinois that is selling some equipment on Friday. But folks, quality equipment all of these days, all represented by the owner. Dial up the Big Iron website for all the latest information. In Inglewood, Kansas, folks, we'll have a sale that features some really nice Gleaner combines. If you're in the market for Gleaner, they don't come for sale very often, but you'll have your chance to bid and purchase two really nice machines. The Michael Nissen Estate Sale by Hardington, Nebraska is on Wednesday. They've got 35 items. A Wilson triaxle aluminum livestock trailer is being sold. They've also got a 2018 Case IH Puma 150 mechanical front tractor with a loader and a grapple fork. They've also got a really nice combine, folks, that will sell. It's a Case IH 7130 combine. Neighbor Farms is in Albion, Nebraska. Boy, they have some nice Klaus equipment. Andy Fry is in Tilden, Nebraska. They've got a Case IH Magnum 145 mechanical front tractor that will sell. If you're looking for semi-trucks, folks, boy, there are some nice day cab trucks that will sell to the highest bidder. These trucks located all across the country. You're going to find some close to you as well. We've got a tremendous offering of equipment then selling on Thursday. Drake Farms is from Alt, Colorado. They've got 73 items selling on this particular sale day, and boy, do they have some nice equipment. There's some really nice compact track loaders that will sell. There's some tremendous offerings on late model John Deere combines. There's a 2021 John Deere S780 selling on Wednesday, folks. It's only got like 240 hours on the separator. You need to check that out. If you are in the market for semi-trucks, if you're in the market for grain trailers, livestock trailers, if you're in the market for fertilizer application equipment, if you're in the market, folks, for construction-related equipment, livestock feeding equipment, it's all selling. Dial up the Big Iron website. Big sales taking place this week. And as we close out 2023, want to thank everybody for your business in 2023, and we're looking forward to 2024. We want to thank all of the sellers, the bidders, and the buyers. We want to thank all of the Big Iron reps, all of the real estate reps, the people that are working inside and outside, making sure that all of the equipment, the land, and the livestock is represented to the best of the possible ability and exposing it to all the bidders and buyers all across the country. Thank you very much. We'll talk to everybody next year.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's news source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us, info@sandhillsexpress.com.
All right, here are the closings, cancellations, and postponements we've been made aware of. Again, great way to get a hold of us, info@sandhillsexpress.com, or you can call our radio station. Might as well let everybody know that you're going to be opening late rather than having them show up and not be able to do business with you. It's a service that we offer for free to you, thanks to some great business support. BD Broken Bow closed today. They'll reopen and start maintenance at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster, late start at 10 a.m. today. Broken Bow Chamber, a new one that we have learned about, late start 10 a.m. today. Broken Bow Area Food Pantry closed today. Bruning Bank in Broken Bow opening at 10 a.m., as is the Callaway Medical Clinic at 10 a.m. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic also opening at 10 a.m. in Broken Bow. Custer Federal State Bank opening at 10 a.m. today in Broken Bow. Dayspring Bank in Gothenburg will be opening at 10 a.m. First Interstate Bank in Callaway opening at 10 a.m. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Nebraska State Bank in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna, all of those branches will open at 10 a.m. today. Prairie Eye Care in Broken Bow opening at 10 a.m. And the Sargent Housing Authority, no foot clinic today. That event has been canceled for today. Again, the closings page under the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com is where you can find all of this information. The new ones that are received within the last 15 minutes are highlighted in yellow for you when you go and search it out.
Closings, postponements, and cancellations were brought to you by Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Breakfast Show. Jeremy Shipe, Dave Burney with you on this terrific Tuesday. And we say terrific because hopefully you had a terrific time with your family and friends for the holidays, Christmas holidays, and now looking forward to maybe getting together with friends and relatives this coming weekend. It's going to be a short week. We're going to blink, and it's going to be Wednesday. And next thing you know, we'll be, again, traveling and having people travel to see us and festive time of year, so we hope you've had a good run so far. And of course, on New Year's Eve, a lot of folks like to go out and do some dancing and have a good time, and we have just the place for you. For many years now, Sylvester's in Broken Bow has been helping ring in the new year with your friends at Sylvester's on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Drive Cycle is the name of the band that will take the stage at 9 p.m. and party with you into the new year for 2024. They're from Kearney, and they play a little bit of everything. And Fred always has party favors and drink specials at the quiet little place that rocks. So you have a long weekend of celebration because you got Friday night, Saturday, then Sunday is New Year's Eve, and then you'll have live music at Sylvester's to bring in the new year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, you got the extended weekend, so if you got friends and family that are in town visiting, pop out there. Have some fun. Why not?
Take them out. There'll be a lot of people there, and party favors and specials and music from Drive Cycle. They're out of Kearney, Nebraska.
Great.
Brings in live music for you. Sounds like fun.
Does sound like fun. A couple of job available that you folks can read about on the sandhillsexpress.com employment page. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team located in Broken Bow. They reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation, and they provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. You can apply at statejobs.nebraska.gov, and an online state application needs to be completed. They're an equal opportunity veterans preference employer, and again, statejobs.nebraska.gov is the place to go. You can also find all of that info I just read you on sandhillsexpress.com as well.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy Shipe. Here's ZZ Top. 8:50 is your time. Well, I got to admit something, Jeremy, this morning. It's probably going to cause some problems here. But last week, Teresa was right up at the top of the list of favorite employees for my, for yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
She's still up there, don't get me wrong. But Christy kind of pulled the stop out on Friday, and our cleaning gal is gone on vacation, and I just mentioned, if you want to, Christy, maybe this afternoon you could come in and clean the station. Man, she took me serious, and did she clean? Wow. She got out the scrub pads and
nice magic erasers, and
yeah, she went to town. And it looks it. I mean, she did a great job, and we got along. I did this side, and she did that side.
Nice. You guys tackled it together, huh?
We didn't have any arguments or anything. It went well.
Good.
So right now, I think she moved up a few notches. She said she's never been the favorite here.
She's bordering
say
on
that.
It, huh?
Yeah, she's
might
working
be able
on
to push it over the edge this week.
Why don't you recommend to her when she comes back? Maybe she cleans this weekend. See what happens.
We'll leave that between you two. Yeah.
No, I'd like you to do it, Jeremy.
Those cleaning jobs, I've come to find that when you're just kind of going along doing your own thing, you cleaning with somebody else or a couple other people, everything's just really cool and relaxed and chill until it's not. If the vacuum cleaner clogs up or slips a belt or something like that. It just go off the rails that quickly. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys made it to the finish line okay.
Well, she actually was still here when I left. I got this side done, and now she may have come over and inspected this and redone it. I don't know.
Yeah, you missed some spots.
Possible. Well, I'm sure I missed a spot, yeah. I didn't have the scrub pads out like she did.
Yeah.
But we got along good. And, but you might just, Jeremy, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but, maybe like late in the week say, well, Christy, boy, Dave was really happy with that cleaning job you did. I'd maybe recommend you do it again this weekend. See what she says.
Does being favorite employee on your list come with any perks? Because I know she'll ask that.
Yeah, and absolutely not.
No perks? Okay.
No. Just enjoy the perch while you have it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Bragging rights.
Yeah. Anyway, we did get along. That was my wife and I.
It's kind of one of those things you can kind of do with somebody and just kind of, I don't know.
Well, you and your wife, have cleaned together a lot.
Yeah. We clean
different
all the time
places
together.
Yeah.
We're both. What they say is, if you're cleaning, kind of the two main things that people debate about in a house is dishes and laundry. If you're a dishes person, marry a laundry person. If you're a laundry person, marry a dishes person. Well, Nicole and I, we're both dishes people. 10 times out of 10, both of us would rather do the dishes than laundry. Every single time, and I know she would agree with me on that. So, we'll be kind of wrapping up a football game or something on TV, and we just know that laundry's in there waiting to be folded in the dryer. But there's also the dishwasher is finished. So we say, well, I'll do the dishes this time, and then I'll do the laundry next time.
Do you have any problems when you put the dishes in the dishwasher as compared to Nicole? Because do you put them in the same spots, or does it matter to you guys?
I just kind of go with the flow. I'm about 50-50 according to what she's told me on whether I do it correctly or not. Sometimes and to tell you right now, this very moment, what I've done wrong when I have in the past, I don't know. And I guess that's why I continue to. There's something I put on the top that I should be putting on the bottom, or bowls, I think. Or I shouldn't put Tupperware on the bottom. I don't know. I had a problem with one of Isabel's rubber straws off of one of her. I put it in the little silverware thing. I think it was like, well, it's not going to, it'll fall through the rack. So I'll put it over here in this little silverware thing. Well, the water pressure blew it up out of there. And it got down underneath the thing on the bottom that spins.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like it lit on fire. It smelled like fire in our house.
It got hot.
From the dishwasher. It got hot. and it ruined this straw.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know we had a little thing for Isabel's stuff. It clasps shut.
Oh.
That you're supposed to put in there. So
See.
that's another lesson I learned last week.
That's where I cop out, and I'll be the first to admit it. I cop out when it comes. I did help Joan this weekend clean up a few times, after we have company and everything, and take stuff off the table and take it in. And I'm good with rinsing it off in the sink. And she likes to soak things. I'd just soon put water in it and scrub it down and get it taken care of. But when it comes to putting the actual utensils and dishes in the dishwasher, I just don't go there.
Really?
Because Joan's got a real definite system that she has, and that's my cop-out. I just say, well, I couldn't make it work because I wouldn't do it the same way.
We're both empty sink people. Sink's got to be empty.
Oh.
Not big on soaking, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Like we made jalapeno poppers in the oven this week. That's a soaking pan.
That has to be soaked.
That's got to be soaked
Yeah.
because you're just going to be standing there for an hour scrubbing on it to get it clean. That's got to be soaked.
It's got to soften it up.
But you know what my number one utensil in the kitchen is when I'm doing dishes? The KCNI 65th anniversary pan scraper.
Those are good.
And we got our 75th coming up next year, and you better believe I've considered bringing back the KCNI pan scraper.
They were probably one of the most appreciated handouts we've ever had.
I somehow found a couple of them at some point out here at the station, and I took them home. I broke one.
Wow.
I'm down to my last KCNI pan scraper. If there's anybody else out there that has a 65th anniversary KCNI pan scraper, it's about 9, almost 10 years old now. But I use the heck out of that thing. It's got a curved edge on one side. It's perfect for getting like little corners on pans and things. But I don't know. Let me know if you'd like a 75th anniversary KCNI pan scraper. Maybe we could bring those back.
Yeah, I know. Remember the guy that we worked with on that, where we got him. I think he's retired now. I don't think we can get him from him. Maybe one of the local outlets can come up with something like that.
Custom print some.
Yeah. Yeah, they're handy. Also, if you're in a jam, I can tell you right now, they work for windows, like on your car.
I bet.
Yeah.
A little bit thicker than a credit card.
Mm-hmm. Don't cover as much space as like a scraper, but it does buzz off the ice.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, now, let me just talk for a moment before we go to news about Universal Insurance in Broken Bow, Nebraska. I understand they might be opening up a little bit late today, but they'll be there for you through the rest of this week, and then they'll go into a holiday schedule again, I'm sure. But in the meantime, they just like you to drop in and say hi and wish each other, a Happy New Year. And maybe while you're there, set up a time to come back and kind of go over your insurance for 2024. Never know, might be able to save some money. You also might be able to find out that you got some things that need a little bit more insurance than you have on them, but they'll go over all of that with you. Jack and Nate are really easy to work with. They have great staff there. They'd love to have you stop in at Southeast Street, located on South E. To most of us, that's Highway 2, across from Prairie Grounds Cafe, right next to the Chinese restaurant there on the corner. And their phone number is 308-872-6438, or go online because they're now a division, I should say a part of the agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, which gives them more products to offer. So you can go www.gtagroup.com if you want to check out their website. They offer life insurance and all sorts of coverage for your, what you own and want protected. And it is 9 o'clock. Let's go to news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. retaliates after an attack on Americans by Iranian-backed militia. CBS News military analyst Jeff McCausland.
Not surprising, and has been about the 4th or 5th airstrike the United States has conducted in the aftermath of now over 100 attacks against American forces.
3 service members were hurt, 1 seriously. Ukraine says its airstrike has damaged a Russian warship in Crimea. The BBC's James Waterhouse.
This is a welcome bit of good news for Ukraine to be able to give against the backdrop of, waning Western support.
Snow has shut down most of I-90 through South Dakota, parts of which are getting more snow, along with Colorado and Nebraska. National Weather Service meteorologist Frank Pereira has more.
Strong gusty winds will continue through the remainder of today into tonight, and that's going to be blowing the snow that's already on the ground around. And with that, that will continue to reduce visibility.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Week 16 of the NFL wrapped up with a Christmas Day triple header. The Ravens in the nightcap beat the San Francisco 49ers on the road easily, 33-19 in a battle of the top 2 teams in each conference. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, a career-high 4 interceptions, while Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson had 2 touchdowns. Baltimore now 12-3, best record in the NFL. San Francisco falls to 11-4. Raiders beat the Chiefs in Kansas City 20-14 thanks to their defense. They had 2 defensive scores in a span of 7 seconds, a scoop and score fumble return, and then the very next offensive play for Kansas City, a pick-6 interception return for a score. Chiefs are now 9-6, the 3 seed in the AFC playoffs. Eagles hold off the Giants for a 33-25 home win. Philadelphia snapping a 3-game skid. Quarterback Jalen Hurts had 2 touchdowns, 1 passing and 1 rushing. Philadelphia's 11-4, tied with San Francisco and Detroit for the top record in the NFC, but the 49ers hold the tiebreaker right now.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A blizzard warning is currently in effect until early this evening. Then a winter weather advisory will be in effect from early this evening until early Wednesday morning. Snow and freezing rain likely today, cloudy with our high nearing 29. North winds between 15 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. Scattered snow showers possible overnight with a low around 24. And more snow into Wednesday, cloudy with a high nearing 33. Then more flurries Wednesday night, cloudy with a low around 20. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Kara Foster.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
27 degrees outside, so we're actually down 1 degree from what we were at 8 o'clock under a cloudy sky. We still have snow here in the area, so please drive with care. Winds will push you around a little bit. Winds out of the northwest, 15 to 20 plus miles per hour. Seen some gusts earlier out at the airport up to 30 and 35. Barometric pressure continues to rise at 2970, humidity at 94%. And again, our high yesterday was 24, so we've actually warmed up overnight, but back down to 27 now. And we estimate 5 inches of snow on the ground this morning as of 7 o'clock. And a total precipitation amount for the month at 6,500 hundredths. We melted down 14 hundredths this morning. That's a look at weather and news on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll be going via phone to Off-Broadway this morning and visiting with Tiffany on what's going on there. And other than that, we have a few more things we want to cover. I know that there's a kind of a sabbatical here right now on sports, non-competition period of time, and then I suppose they'll start up the holiday tournaments and so forth.
Yep.
Real soon.
Yep, moratorium is going on right now. And so during this time each year, Brent kind of takes a moment to talk about the recognition that some of the area students have received. So that'll be going on throughout this week. We've got some Husker sports coming up later on this week as well. So kind of filling our time a little bit, and Brent's taking some time away to kind of rest up because we're going to be pedal to the metal when sports starts back up definitely a very strong schedule, January and into February, and we should have several different teams and individuals in many different sports competing well into the postseason. So should be fun and be busy. Lots of video and radio broadcasts coming your direction in the weeks and months to come. So keep an eye on sandhillsexpress.com. The sports broadcast page is a good place to see our full schedule, but we'll also update those weekly broadcast schedules right there on the homepage for you as well.
All right. And if you would like to listen to someone get close to a near heart attack, Kent Pavelka is a lot of fun to listen to when he covers men's basketball. He gets very, very involved.
I think he could bring excitement to about anything. He just, and whether it's regular season, first game of the year, last game of the year, he gets revved up is how I'll put it. And you add to it the element that the Husker men's basketball team not playing too darn bad at the moment. He's ramped it up to another level. I know Kent has been waiting a long time for that team to be good enough to win a game in the NCAA tournament. I'm convinced he's just waiting for that to happen, and he's not going to call her quits until it does. But I don't think there's any ounce of quit in that guy.
No.
I think he'd keep calling games until the very end if he had the choice. He's a lot of fun to listen to, and we'll have him on the air later on this week as well.
He loves it, no doubt about it. I did catch some of their pregame on our last broadcast, and they have quite a lengthy pregame before the actual game, and sometimes I almost think that he and some of his co-hosts get in trouble. They were deciding which was the most valuable player on the team, and I thought, oh man, I don't know if I'd want to do that or not. But I guess in college ball, maybe you can do that, but it kind of made you a little uncomfortable.
It's certainly not a subject that we would touch on any of our local sports broadcasts. And there's, a lot of differences between pro and college broadcasts and, the way that we broadcast here locally. And that's certainly one of them. You don't really call anybody out individually for a bad decision, whether it be coaching or playing, and I think you maybe kind of get away with that a little bit more in college and pros. But yeah, they do have an hour pregame before their broadcasts, and sometimes that allows them a little bit of open mic time. And if you know Kent, sometimes if you allow him to ramble, he gets to rambling. So it is always kind of entertaining.
Yeah, gets the shovel out and starts digging a little hole, but it's entertaining, and he is fun to listen to, and we're proud to be part of the Husker Radio Network, and we'll bring you as many games as we can that way. Mix that up with high school. It's a whole lot of fun. Cody Jinks has a brand new song out, and we've got it on the FM. We're playing it these days. It's called Outlaws and Mustangs.
Hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no-obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
It is 13 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock, and we told you earlier that we would be visiting with Off-Broadway this morning, and we have Jody on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jody, how was your Christmas?
It was good. How did you guys do for Christmas?
Yeah, really good. It was a lot of fun to get together with some family and so forth, and I think a lot of people still have a little getting together to do yet as far as maybe this coming weekend, and it's a good time of year, and I know you guys have enjoyed the Christmas season and Off-Broadway with some good food and special events and so forth.
Yeah, we did. You know, the residents really enjoyed their Christmas dinner Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The dietary staff outdid themselves with some prime rib for everybody, so it was good.
Sounds delicious. So I know that there are, well, let's see, we had a guest in this morning that had been ill and so forth. There's a lot of stuff going around. I know you guys are always aware and very conscious about that. Or have you had to maybe change the rules a little bit here lately, or are you okay?
You know, we've had to change them a little bit. We ask that if you're not feeling well, please do not come in. You know, our residents are very important to us, and we like to keep them safe and healthy, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
Okay. All right. Very good. So we're approaching the new year. Maybe some folks out there are making some decisions about this coming 2024 as far as how they want to live. Do they still want to keep the yard up? Do they still want to worry about keeping the household going? Maybe getting a little bit tougher to do that. Be a good time to come in to see you guys?
Absolutely. You know, and even look at today. Who's going to have to go out and scoop the snow and take care of the driveways and the sidewalks and all of that? So, you know, if they come live it Off-Broadway, we do that for them. They don't have to worry about it. And that's one of the nice features about it.
Yeah, sure is. And not only is it nice not to have to worry about it, Jody, it's also nice to know that you're not going to accidentally hurt yourself out there. You know, let's face it, when folks get a little bit older, if they pull something in that lower back or they slip and twist a knee, it can really be a problem. So you kind of need to avoid those situations when you can. And you can do that if you're living at Off-Broadway, because you don't have to do it.
Right. You know, it's done for you. So let somebody else take care of it for a while.
You bet. You bet. So what do you have available right now as far as rooms go? Suites, I should say.
Well, we do have some one-bedroom apartments and studio apartments available. We have a waiting list for our 2 bedrooms right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I imagine there's a couple reasons for that. Maybe they it's a couple, and or they want to have a spare room. Maybe because you allow, I think, them to have maybe mom have a daughter to stay overnight or something like that. So you can kind of understand how a couple of bedrooms would be nice, but you could also move in, and I'm sure that there's been the case where people have moved into the 1 bedroom, and then later on, when one came open, took a 2 bedroom.
Yes, you know, a lot of people decide that maybe they want a craft room or a computer room or just an office or something of their own. So that's what they make that other bedroom into.
Sure,
so.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And is the hot tub hot?
It's boiling.
That sounds pretty good right now. You know, let's talk about that honestly. That's not really a hot tub, it's a whirlpool, right?
Right. Yeah, it's a whirlpool.
So if somebody is feeling a little bit stiff and sore for whatever reason, or maybe it's just this cold weather's making the joints hurt a little bit, that's available for folks who live there.
Yes, that's another nice feature is they can just go in there and relax and work out the soreness and the joints and just enjoy it. It's a nice feeling. So
you bet. Yeah. Jeremy's here with me. Did you have any questions, Jeremy, that I haven't asked?
No, just Jody. I know the new year can kind of sneak up on people sometimes, but I know that you guys are always kind of planning ahead and have had different traditions that you've had year in and year out. Kind of what's up coming up on the calendar around the corner?
Well, and I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I know that we're planning a special New Year's party for the residents. So that we've got all that ready to go for them, and there's just some exciting new things coming that I'm just going to hold off for right at the moment talking about because it's a little surprise. So
okay,
we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, we know that you always kind of roll with the seasons, as you go along, and we'll look for that, but we'll also look for those surprises that you're going to tell us about later on as well. So, well, we've really enjoyed, Jody, having you in the studio and today on the phone, talking about a place where people can live and continue whatever lifestyle, for the most part, they want. They can leave, they can come and go, they can drive, they can do everything except the work of having their own place, which sounds pretty good. And I know you'll sit down and explain all that with folks who are thinking about maybe making that move. They just contact you to start with?
Yeah, they can call the facility at 308-872-2522, and they can either talk to myself or to Felicia, and we'll sit down with them and explain everything to them and give them a tour, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, we want to wish you a happy New Year, and of course Bob as well. Tell Bob hi for us.
I will do that. You guys have a good, happy New Year.
Thank you, Jody. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
20 past the hour of 9 o'clock. Good to have you along. Jefferson Starship with Runaway. Was that your phone or my phone?
That'd be yours.
I got this submarine thing going on with that. My wife's is worse.
Submarine sound?
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a submarine.
Like the ping?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You know you can change that.
I know. Not worth the stress. Mr. Jeremy Shipe,
sit you and Brett down one of these days, and you just tell me all the problems you have with any tech in your life, and I'll iron them out.
You will. Right now, my Hotmail account is weird on my phone. If I open it, sometimes I can't open it. Sometimes I can open an email, but no matter what, it goes away in about 3 seconds. Just disappears.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there sent you an email recently and you haven't gotten back to them, don't take it personally.
Well, I would say that most any time.
Yeah.
But
text message, phone call, about anything.
Yeah.
Got to catch them in person.
I'm not very good at checking my phone, but it still works on my desktop normally.
Oh.
So just not on my phone. But I can see who's sending stuff. Now I can go to my desktop.
Oh, there you go. It's kind of like a pager back in the day.
Yes, I remember Cheryl Smith, who was a manager at the time, because I was started taking care of the FM and so forth. She wanted me to get a pager. And being the stubborn, stupid man that I was, I said, there's no way I'm wearing a pager. There's no reason you need to know where I'm at or be able to contact me at any time. I'm not doing it.
Oh, if only you knew the technology of today.
Yes.
Anybody can find you at any point if they really want to.
Well, they can know exactly where you are on this earth. At least with a pager, you could even, you could still fib and say, no, I'm not in the bar.
Yeah, everyone be quiet back there. No background sound.
All right, what do we have left, Jeremy?
I want to talk about Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. They've got a new Broken Bow location. It's in the Chamber Building, east side of the square, 424 South 8th Avenue, Suite 1. Phone number is the same, 872-6996. You can stop in and see Allison there. If you didn't get your Marketplace insurance updated or started by the December 15th deadline, there's still some time. You can make changes or still sign up until January 15th of 2024 for a February start date. So even though you missed that early deadline, you can still get in, but your start date's just going to be pushed back a little bit. Also remember, if you have an HSA plan with your coverage, you can contribute through this year and still have time to contribute for 2023 until April of next year. Don't forget to take advantage of your preventative wellness visits that are covered at 100% by your insurance as well. Chip and Allison are available for home, auto, and farm and commercial quotes. And again, the Broken Bow office has moved east side of the square inside the Chamber Building, 872-6996. Or remember the Callaway office as well at 836-2201. They're on East Kimball Street in Callaway. Their North Platte location is South Jeffers, and they're taking referrals that direction as well for all lines of business. Liana, Allison, and Chip have all kinds of insurance they can help you with: crop, home, auto, renters, farm, ranch, business, life, and health at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
All right, Jeremy, is that everything? Do we need to go through the changes?
I can check it one more time here. I'll just take a glance.
Let me do this then. Here we go.
It's time to take a look at closings, postponements, and cancellations on Central Nebraska's new source. Complete details are available on the weather tab of sandhillsexpress.com. If you have closing information you'd like announced, email us, info@sandhillsexpress.com.
Do have one new closing cancellation or postponement. This is for the Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster. They are closed today. BD Broken Bow closed. They'll reopen and start maintenance at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Broken Bow Chamber Office going to be opening in a half hour at 10 o'clock. Broken Bow Area Food Pantry closed today. Bruning Bank opening their doors in a half hour, as are the Callaway Medical Clinic and Central Nebraska Medical Clinic. City of Cozad offices will be opening here in a half hour, as will Custer Federal State Bank in Broken Bow, Dayspring Bank in Gothenburg, and First Interstate Bank in Callaway. Hair Teak in Broken Bow closed today. Nebraska State Bank opening their locations in Broken Bow, Callaway, and Myrna at 10 a.m. Prairie Eye Care opening here in a half hour as well. And the Sargent Housing Authority letting you know that the event of the foot clinic has been canceled for today. And that's a look at everything we've been made aware of at this point.
Closings, postponements.